Welcome to my course on doing voiceover work. My name is Sean Conrad, and I want to thank you for being serious enough to invest in yourself to learn more about doing voiceover work. Now, I've worked with folks like Will Ferrell, Pam Oliver, Will Arnett, Epatha Murkison, Pat O'Brien, J.K. Simmons, Brittany Murphy, James Earl Jones, Rosie Perez, Hal Douglas, Bill Bellamy, Jeff Bergman, Peter Gallagher, and Victor Garber, to name a few. I've personally done voiceover work for Coca-Cola, TBS's The Bill Engvall Show, National Urban League, Public Supermarkets, and various cartoon shows. For starters, people normally think about voiceovers initially as doing a voice for, say, a cartoon show or being the voice of a movie trailer. Those are cool, but there's a whole bunch of other spaces where voiceover work is needed. Those spaces are, of course, radio, television, animated series, but also think about language translation. So there's a lot of content that's done in another language that needs an English version, or needs a Spanish version, or needs a French version of that same show. So we're not going to reshoot the whole show. What we're going to do is overdub the voice, and we're going to overdub it in the language that's needed. So that's another idea that some people neglect to think about. There's narration for documentaries. So think about the like National Geographic or any type of documentary where there's a voice guiding what's going on, describing what's going on, giving some history about what has happened according to what pictures are being shown or what video is being shown.
The two mothers have already detected intruders who are attacking a nearby herd of buffalo.
There's also instructional videos, which in the industry we call industrials. So that's when you have companies, major corporations, some mid-sized corporations, and even some smaller corporations where they have training videos that need to be done. And these training videos need a voiceover to describe the next thing to do, to tell the viewer to now click this button, it will take you here and download such and such. Everything that has to do with corporate videos and company videos probably needs a voiceover. There's another thing that kind of gets confused when you talk about voiceovers, and it's ADR, this term ADR, and looping and dubbing and voiceovers and ADR and looping and dubbing. Well, they're not interchangeable. So ADR, which traditionally stands for automatic dialogue replacement, is when you have something that was filmed on camera where somebody spoke and the sound of that scene, there are certain lines that need to be replaced. It may need to be replaced because there was a mispronunciation of a certain term or word, or maybe there was just a total mistake in the line, but the acting was great. Maybe there was a fire truck, a police car, ambulance that came by with sirens on. Maybe there was a plane overhead, and we just don't want all that extra sound. So we're going to get the actor, put him back in the booth, and they're going to do an ADR session or a dubbing session or looping session. And they call it looping because when the actor goes back in the booth, they're watching themselves act out and say the line that they did on camera, which could have been months ago. So the audio engineer loops the scene, gives a little bit of pre-roll. So just before the line that needs to be said, so they rewind and then they play it. So they play the line that needs to be said and a little bit after, and then it loops back and the actor keeps watching themselves do it. Now, why do they do that? So the actor can remember and refamiliarize themselves with the pauses they took in that line, the tone that they took in that line, because the goal is to match the exact feeling and tone of what they shot previously, which could have been months ago, like I said. So that's where this term looping comes from. And in the end, what we're trying to get is the actor saying their lines on camera. We're watching this film, and we as viewers do not realize which one of those lines were redone. That's the goal. It should be a seamless replacement of a line so we get clean audio. And it'll be clean because we're going to put that actor in a booth. It won't be shot outside. Sometimes lines are redone outside right on the scene. So instead of the person acting out the line the way they did originally, they'll just do it just as a voice instead of doing the visual acting movements and capture the line again. Because sometimes you hear actors speak and it's not always when you hear someone speak, you see them. So there are terms like, off camera, which means you can't see my lips, but we can make the actor say anything because you can't see the actor's lips.
This is Ellis Island, you people.
So we can make them curse. We can make them say something nice. We have all these choices.